Welcome to today's Explainer. Get ready because we are completely demystifying Chapter 5 of the Athenaze Ancient Greek course. We are officially moving way past the absolute basics today and jumping straight into the action, blending essential grammar with the gritty daily life of ancient Athens.
Okay, picture this. You hear someone yell, "Ithidi arge dioke." That translates to, "Go on, Argos, chase." That's Philip screaming at his dog across a field. And that's exactly how we're tackling things today. We are literally learning the language by running right alongside these characters.
So, let's dive right into our roadmap for today. First, we'll officially welcome you to Chapter 5. Then we'll break down the second declension. After that, we look at the most essential verb in the language, the verb to be. Next, we'll untangle subjects and direct objects. And finally, we'll put it all together by reading the story itself.
Welcome to Chapter 5.
Before we even touch the grammar, we have to set the stage. Our source material drops us right into Attica, specifically between the autumn of 433 and the spring of 431 BCE. We're following Dicapolis, who is a hardworking Athenian farmer, along with his family and their dog Argos. And the absolute brilliance of this setup is that we aren't just sitting around memorizing abstract rules. We are learning the specific vocabulary required to survive the backbreaking daily reality of an Athenian farmer right as the Peloponnesian War is about to explode.
Moving on to Section 2, the second declension. The source material brilliantly immerses us in the actual mindset of ancient scholars by giving us the real ancient Greek grammatical terminology. Hidouthera klissis. That means the second declension. Think of this as the grammatical house where masculine and neuter nouns live.
The absolutely crucial thing here is knowing how to spot these words in the wild. Masculine nouns in this declension typically end in an os sound, like ho agros, which means the field. Neuter nouns, on the other hand, end in an on sound, like to arathron, meaning the plow. So identifying those os and on endings, that is your golden key to recognizing these nouns instantly when you're reading.
All right, Section 3, the essential verb, eimi. Now that we have our nouns, we literally need the glue to hold them together. That's torima eimi, the verb to be in the present indicative. Honestly, you simply cannot build a descriptive sentence without mastering this linking verb. It's the core of the entire language. We pull three key forms directly from Chapter 5. Eimi means I am. Then we have esti or estin with the movable nu, which means he, she, or it is. And finally, isi or isin means they are. If you memorize these three specific conjugations right now, it will immediately unlock your ability to read basic sentences and descriptions. It's a real game changer.
Section 4. Subject and direct object.
We've got nouns, we've got a verb. Now, what's really fascinating is how the ancient grammarians labeled the way these words interact. Hetis protasos syntaxis refers to the syntax of the sentence. They actually called the subject to ipokemenon and the direct object to antikimenon. And to express these roles, we use the nominative and accusative cases. Let's contrast these two cases because it's super important. The nominative case, that is the star of the show. It's the subject. It does the action. And for masculine nouns, it usually ends in an S sound, the letter sigma. The accusative case, though, is the target. It receives the action, making it the direct object, and it usually ends in an N sound, the letter nu. But wait, how do we even know if a verb takes a direct object in the first place? Well, the ancients had a rule for that too. Ta rimata, metabatika kai a metabatati, which basically just means verbs come in two flavors, transitive and intransitive.
A transitive verb absolutely needs a target, a direct object in the accusative case, or else the sentence makes no sense. An intransitive verb is totally complete all on its own. And why does this matter? Because knowing your verb types saves you a ton of translation confusion. If you spot an intransitive verb, you won't waste your time hunting the sentence for an accusative noun that just isn't there.
And now for the climax of our explainer. Section 5. Reading the story.
Let's prep our vocabulary real quick. These are high-frequency words from Chapter 5. Chalepi means difficult or hard. Agrios means wild or savage. And tacheos is an adverb meaning rapidly or quickly. Keep those locked in your mind. Okay, here is the very first part of our ancient sentence. Uto the tacheos trechusin. Notice our new vocabulary word, tacheos, right there in the middle? That translates to, and they run so rapidly.
Let's untangle the rest of this complex sentence using the exact grammar we just learned. Ostedioligu udinaton estioran ute ton kina ute ton lagon. See the verb estin? There is our essential linking verb. And check out ton kina, the dog, and ton lagon, the hare. Those new endings immediately tell us they're in the accusative case. They are the direct objects being seen, or, well, in this high-speed chase, not seen.
This brilliantly illustrates our whole lesson today. By combining our vocabulary with the mechanics of verbs and cases, we can perfectly paint the narrative picture of Philip's dog, Argos, sprinting completely out of sight after the hare. It all just snaps together like a giant puzzle.
So, I want to leave you with a bit of a challenge. Knowing the rules of the nominative subject and the accusative direct object, how would you construct your very own ancient Greek sentence to say, "The wild dog chases the hare"? Think about who is doing the action and needs that sigma ending, and who is the target receiving that new ending. Keep practicing, keep building those sentences, and enjoy the rest of your incredible journey through Athenaze.